Ray Dalio, renowned billionaire investor and economic thought leader who decoded human history to predict financial crashes, discovered this simple equation: pain plus reflection equals progress. And throughout Dalio's affluent career, he realized there are things that had happened in his lifetime, and by proxy, our collective lifetimes, that are important for predicting the future from a global economic standpoint. Check it out. There are 5 big forces that create a big cycle that is repeated throughout history, which lasts about 50 to 80 years. So the big question now, with regard to where we are currently in this cycle, is who wins the technology war? Because at the end of the day, that determines how the new world order will work. So how can we as individuals interested in building wealth and attaining financial freedom handle this reality in order to capitalize on opportunities that will present themselves during this challenging part of an unfamiliar 50 to 80 year cycle? Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and in this video we are going to explore Ray Dalio's outlook on the current state of global affairs, where we are headed, and what we need to be aware of as investors to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime moment in human history to position ourselves for long-term financial success. Let's hit it. Please be sure to check out our sponsors, Tangent Wallet, Go Baby Trade, and Uphold. Completely own, control, and protect your digital assets with Tangent Wallet. It is a must-have wallet for everyone invested in the crypto space, beginners and experts alike. It's extremely affordable, super easy to use, only takes like 90 seconds to set up, and we can literally do everything in the crypto world with it. Buy, sell, swap, stake, use DeFi, all with a simple tap of a card to our phone. If we are not harnessing the power of AI in crypto, we are leaving a ton of easy money on the table. Go Baby Trade is an AI-driven robotic trader that generates passive profits for us by taking advantage of market volatility. As prices go up and down, it makes us money. It's a super simple set it and forget it investment strategy. See it in action in this video and join our free weekly webinar every Wednesday to learn all about it. And secure your wealth with Uphold, the trusted money and crypto management platform that actually holds our crypto and cash 100% reserved. It's connected to over 30 underlying exchanges, so we get the best prices for crypto on the market with a lot more liquidity for trading. And when we trade $100, we get $20 free. So scroll down and use links below to redeem all the special offers they have for us. Sweet. Building our financial strength and flexibility, as well as being open-minded to new ideas during these uncertain times, especially considering where we are at in this 50 to 80 year cycle Ray Dalio uncovered and operates off of, is crucial right now. And as people interested, curious, and likely invested in the cryptocurrency space, we are likely way ahead of the curve. So this video serves as a springboard to ensure we not only stay ahead of the curve, also vastly increase our likelihood of generating and maintaining lifelong financial stability and enrichment. So let's dive into the 5 major forces we are all currently experiencing in varying degrees that dictate the rise and fall of empires according to Ray Dalio, to help us figure out where we are and where we are headed from a macro perspective. The first force is the money debt economy force that creates wealth and opportunity gaps. And it's connected to the second force, the internal conflict force, where we don't trust the system, it causes wars between the left and the right, pretty much what we're dealing with right now. The third is geopolitical force, the international conflict force. The fourth force is acts of nature. And the fifth force is humans' inventiveness, specifically creation of new technologies. Now let's break all these down together into more detail. The first force has to do with debt, money, and the economy. Debt in this context is simply spending power. And when debt exceeds the amount of income an economy is generating, then naturally people start opting out of holding debt instruments like government bonds and treasuries. We are currently watching this happen in real time as equity-based assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin are being bought hand over fist by big banks, corporations, and nation states around the world. And this phenomenon gives way to the second force, the internal conflict force, like political tensions between the left and the right. And these stem largely from wealth gaps, opportunity gaps, which are bred from beliefs that the underlying system is not working, leading people to turn their attention to the political realm, a very tribalistic, adversarial, an emotionally volatile realm that devolves into internal wars. Most of us have front row seats to a litany of different types of division: race, gender, political parties, government leaders, public figures, legislation, stances on news events, opinions on outcomes of events. We have never lived through a time in human history with more things that divide us, make us hate each other, fight each other, and it's all to ultimately distract us from understanding the true sources of the world's problems. So the internal conflict force parlays into the third force, the external conflict force, which is basically a series of wars that ensues. And the victors or winners of these wars determine the new world orders by drawing new borders, establishing new global monetary systems, new international relationships, etc. And this new world order persists until a rising power starts challenging the existing power. And this usually happens during a time when the world order that has persisted most recently over time starts deteriorating. Like monetary, internal political, and geopolitical aspects of the world orders all start breaking down. Case in point right now with the United States, with other countries working on alternatives to the US dollar, among a lot of other things. And as the US loses control over the current world order, the world will continue to become more decentralized and fractured, changing faster than many of us can imagine. Then, coincidentally enough, more unimaginable things related to the fourth force starts to wreak havoc amidst the breakdown, exponentially exacerbating global issues. Climate, nature-based, act of God disasters. We're talking earthquakes, floods, droughts, pandemics, events that tend to wipe out a lot of people and aspects of civilization at large, more so than wars. Big yikes. And the fifth force that has a huge impact on the rise and fall of empires and restructuring of world orders is humans' inventiveness, particularly the development of new technology. And an interesting aspect of technology that greatly affects the global economy is how it raises GDP, or gross domestic product, how it raises incomes, how it raises living standards, how it can decrease the cost of goods and services in some ways, and at the end of the day, how it can drastically change the way society functions at large. I mean, just look at how much humanity changed during the Industrial Revolution, and after the internet became mainstream, after social media was widely adopted, and now right before our eyes, how the entire global financial system is about to become completely unrecognizable faster than any of us could have ever imagined. It's insane. We're living through very unpredictable, challenging, and when considering the implications of things like artificial intelligence, downright terrifying times. However, according to Dalio, historically, nations with superior technology tend to triumph and ultimately control the fate of the world going forward. We can think back to when the United States developed and showcased the atomic bomb. The US gained a ton of geopolitical power that essentially ended the war in the Pacific. And also think about the Cold War, when the United States and Soviet Union were in the space race. That time period and series of events also played huge roles in shaping global alliances. So now, considering what technological revolution the world is currently experiencing, whoever is the leader in the next iteration of human inventiveness will significantly influence the next global paradigm shift, which comes down to the most successful trailblazer in AI, or artificial intelligence, robotics, and ushering in the new foundation of the global financial system, undoubtedly blockchain-based cryptocurrencies. So the United States and China are the main players in this new human inventiveness arms race. However, the most compelling reality that the US has in its favor is its fiat currency. The US dollar is still the world's reserve currency. And sure, since the US started drastically geopolitically weaponizing the dollar on the world stage against big adversaries like Russia with sanctions a few years ago, it put the US dollar in jeopardy. However, with the new internal domestic political change-up, the pro-crypto Trump administration, many of their policies are actually putting the United States in a position to potentially combat the demise of the dollar as the world's reserve currency with things like the Genius Act, Stablecoin Act, and a confluence of other bills in the works. And as we explored in this video around the beginning of 2025 when Trump first took office, the longer-term goal is likely to convert the current debt-based US fiat currency into an equity-based one. Bitcoin, as well as gold and other large-cap cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Solana, XRP, will become the underlying assets backing the new equity-based US dollar, which they are hoping will kick off the seemingly impossible mission of eliminating the US's over $37 trillion worth of national debt. So despite the heat that President Trump's tariffs have been receiving in the mainstream media, when considering the global macro environment at large, through the lens of Ray Dalio's take on the importance of the victor of human inventiveness arms races, historically, the United States may be setting itself up for, yet again, determining the trajectory of the new world order. China may have the chip market cornered, as well as the ability to produce, manufacture, and distribute the underlying hardware that runs virtually everything connected to the internet, satellites, etc. as we know it. A simple, straightforward, cold, hard fact we need to always be mindful of is that their currency is not the world's reserve currency, and will more than likely never be the world's reserve currency. No other country would ever trust the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, to have complete control over their monetary actions, economic maneuvers, etc. And Chinese culture is not really globally persuasive or influential. China is dependent on other countries to consume their products and services, which means they don't have great incentives to severely weaken their clients when it comes to their ability to engage in commerce with them. However, we shall see. Anything is possible. A lot of things are up in the air. We are experiencing many aspects of Ray Dalio's 5 forces in real time, so let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. In the meantime, we can get ahead of all the massive changes that will affect us by harnessing the power of artificial intelligence with Go Baby Trade, and by adopting the next generation of finance that will replace corrupt, inefficient, traditional banking by signing up for a free account with Uphold. AI is taking over, and it's especially taking over the crypto and financial realm. Now it's easier than ever to make money from trends in crypto by letting artificial intelligence follow and act on the trends for us with Go Baby Trade. It's a robotic trader with over 25 years of market data, enhanced with AI, that is connected to level 1 and 2 trading data, meaning it uses trading data that we don't have access to on the dashboards of our exchange accounts. The way it works is simple. It automatically trades crypto for us and generates consistent passive income by taking advantage of the up and down price action of the crypto markets. As long as crypto prices go up and down, it takes advantage of that volatility by taking profits for us. I've been using Go Baby Trade now since January 2024, and it's been an incredible addition to my overall investment strategy, especially during the slow buildup of the bull cycle where it's difficult to make money crypto. And we need to ditch the dying traditional financial system with Uphold. It's the next generation of finance. It is an amazing on-chain wealth management platform we can use to buy and sell crypto that is way better than traditional centralized exchanges because it's connected to over 30 underlying exchanges, allowing us to buy crypto at the best possible prices on the market. It gives us a lot more liquidity when trading, and when we trade our first $100, we get $20 free. Unlike other exchanges, it actually keeps our crypto there backed 1-to-1. It doesn't lend it out or anything. And Uphold also keeps our cash 100% backed 1-to-1, where we can get 4.5% APY in a $2.5 million FDIC insured US dollar savings account. We can sign up for free in less than 60 seconds, so be sure to scroll down and use the link below to start getting into altcoin positions now before altcoin season takes off. So if you would like to learn how we can use AI to make passive profits in crypto from the constant up and down price action with Go Baby Trade, check out this video. If you would like to learn how the next generation of banking with Uphold is a way better and safer option for storing our money and managing crypto than banks and exchanges, check out this video. And to sign up for a free Uphold account, click on the link on the screen. Like and subscribe for more. Be safe out there.